Help me reach 1,000 subscribers. I was never the husband who hovered or grew suspicious over every message. I believed in giving space, in trusting the person I chose to build a life with. That was how I thought love worked. You don't cage it. You let it breathe. But life has a way of pushing your face toward the things you try hardest not to see. It happened on an ordinary Tuesday. I ate dinner alone again. Leftovers from pasta Emma had promised we'd cook together. But like many promises lately, it slipped her mind. My phone buzzed. Late tonight. Work dinner. Nothing unusual in the words. But somehow something in me paused. Maybe it was how clipped the message felt. No warmth. No love you. Just logistics. I typed back, funny, I ran into your boss's wife today. She didn't mention any dinner. It was meant like a light joke. Melissa really had asked earlier how Emma was doing, and whether she was still partnered with her husband on that project. It didn't register then, but it came back now like a puzzle piece tapping me on the shoulder. Emma's reply took longer than it should have. Weird. Must be some kind of mix-up. Don't wait up. I tried to shrug it off. I turned on the TV. Changed channels. Everything felt too loud. The house felt too big. Around 10:15 I opened Find My iPhone. I had never used it for this, never needed to. Her location pinned at the Grove. A luxury hotel downtown. Not a restaurant. Not her office. I refreshed. The pin stayed. My heartbeat didn't speed up. It slowed like something inside me knew before I did. I texted, everything okay? No answer. She came home the next morning at 7. Same clothes. Hair redone. A faint scent that didn't belong to me clung to her. She smiled like everything was ordinary. I nodded and pretended coffee was the only thing I cared about. For days I wrestled with myself. Maybe there had been a conference room. Maybe the app glitched. Maybe I was imagining shadows where there were none. Then Friday. A text from an unknown number. No message. Just a photo. Blurry, taken from across a table. Emma and Richard. Her hand resting on his wrist. His face turned toward hers, smiling. Her eyes soft, glowing in a way I hadn't seen in a long time. It didn't feel like betrayal. It felt like confirmation. A quiet, heavy truth settling where hope used to be. That evening she came home humming, holding a bottle of wine. She kissed my cheek and told me she got a bonus. I congratulated her. My voice sounded like it belonged to someone else. While she worked in the living room, I checked her bag. I wasn't searching. I already knew. I was only gathering the last pieces. Hotel key card. The Grove. Room 312. I sat with it in my hand, feeling everything and nothing. The next morning the world was silent when I woke. Sunlight touched her face. She looked peaceful, unburdened. I almost let myself believe we could move past it. But lies don't disappear. They rot. She came into the kitchen. I placed the key card on the counter. She froze. Where did you get that? In your bag, I said. She tried to speak. Words tripped. Excuses tangled. Something like I was confused, things haven't been right between us. I stopped her. It wasn't about the marriage being strained. Every couple has rough patches. This was a choice she made. More than once. Her silence answered what she wouldn't say. I packed. She cried, grabbed my arm, asked me not to go. You're leaving? Yes. She begged to talk, said we could fix it. I looked at her, really looked. You ended us when you decided I'd never find out. I left quietly. No slammed doors. No dramatic goodbye. Just steps away from the life I thought we had. I stayed with my brother. The first nights felt like drowning in familiar ghosts. The sound of dishes. The shape of silence. The phantom scent of her perfume. Weeks passed. The ache softened. Then her email arrived. I miss you. She wrote that she thought about her mistake daily. That she hoped I was okay. I replied, I'm fine, Emma. I hope someday you are too. I deleted the message. Cleared the folder. Closed the laptop. That night, I walked through the quiet streets. The world felt different. Lighter. Not healed, but healing. Sometimes love doesn't end in shouting or chaos. Sometimes it flickers out like a candle that simply runs out of wax. When the smoke clears, there's just the quiet. And room to begin again.